brown, brown mom. I love it. I love it. Do-do.
Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot. Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tuesday. We're about to be on the road. No, I'm on the road. Leaving this parking garage and it's so dark. Why did the light? It looks like it's flashing. It looks like it's a camera flashing. That's the lights in the parking garage. Okay, we are on the road. We are back. There is no we. It is only me coming to you. That was very, very square, very lame, and it was not planned. Hi, peeps. So, I'm gonna right away say, not many people watched my video last week, and I have to say, I'm thankful of that. I should have just taken it down. Should have just not posted it. But I wanted to stay, like, you know, you have to consistent. We post, and it was very late, but I still posted it, and it wasn't in the car. It was at home, but I still posted it because it felt like you still post. Because it's real life, real talk. So even though it wasn't the best, I didn't feel good about it. It didn't feel. I mean, it was authentic and it was real. It's not like I was making up stuff, but it just, you know, sometimes you just like you take a picture and it's like it's a perfect picture. Like that's a good selfie. And then sometimes you take a picture same day and it's Some days you're just on, some days you're not. That's just all to it. Oh, let me fix this mirror. I felt like I was on. I mean, I had a message, I had things to say, but it was not a good, it was not. I kept having to start over, which I never do. I usually just hit record and just go, but I kept having something kept happening, and then I was like, I would kind of trail off, but not trail off in a good way, because I always trail off in a way where I could not recover. Like I couldn't, it was so much dead silence. It was like, what am I talking? What is anybody? Who's what? And so I just stopped and it was like, oh, I never do that. Even though it's not editing, it just feels like I've always, you press the button, I talk. And however I look, whatever, it's whatever. That wasn't the case. It was awful. It was awful. I mean, I just didn't feel good about it, but I posted it anyway. And I think maybe 5 or 7 people viewed it. I've been really getting up there in my views, which is making me happy because, of course, you know, I started this to like connect with people, and I've gotten some messages and good feedback, and it's like exciting, and I feel like I'm not just talking to the ether. I'm like talking. Somebody honked at me. Oh, they come because they want you to go. They want you to go, Rebecca. Rebecca, hold up the line. I know, June. Talking to the ether, talking to the people, but I feel like people are like listening and have things to say and responding, and that felt great. And then I looked and I was like, it was 3 people for like the longest time, and I was like, you know, I'm not even gonna like really promote. I'm not even gonna like put it everywhere and say like videos up for real, and do a picture, because I don't like it and don't watch it and gross. But it was, I have to say, things happen for a reason. Because I have been getting lots and lots and lots of views, like hundreds of views, and then all of a sudden 3 turned out to be 7. It's like, that's weird, but it was on the video that I did not like, so we're gonna go with it. But still, that's weird. All of a sudden nobody wanted to see that video. Did they know? Did the universe say, get off my ass, June? You old. I have nothing against old people. I'm not an ageist, but do not be 79 giving me the eye, sir, in your Volkswagen. I will end you. I won't end anybody. I'll just threaten to end you, and I will give you the face again, clown, with your big nose. So anyway, hope you guys had a great week. I had a okay, wait, how was my week? Pretty good. I always try to be authentic. I always try to stop and really think and not do a default. Like, I had a great week. Somebody says, how are you? Great. Are you? How was my week really? It was okay. Oh no, it was not. It was not a great week. I mean, it was a no school all week. School came back on Friday, but why? Why? You've been out all week. Just take another day. I was off on Monday for the snowstorm. Carrington was home, of course, and that was actually great. We got to really spend the day and bond and have fun and whatever. Tuesday, it's just getting boring. So breaking down the days, because unless you were in it, you don't really care. Okay, let me make it quick. Because if I talk about it quick, then it's like it just didn't happen, right? It's quick. Tuesday was, I don't know what happened Tuesday. Oh, she stayed home with my parents. Great, check off. Wednesday, I have the bestest friends. The Village, I have to say. Oh yeah, that's one of the things I talked about in the video. I was like, in the tragic video. That she went and had a sleepover with, oh, but wait. Okay, so now I feel like I'm talking about the week before. The week beforehand. Last week was not the storm? Okay, I don't really know what's happening right now. Oh, I know, because I did the video on Tuesday, and she went over to my girlfriend's house on Tuesday night, and it was like, ooh, it was glorious. I got to take a shower by myself without a kid in there or in the room with a tablet, usually in the bathroom playing mermaids and stuff, mermaids, with my razor. No, it's not true. Don't be alarmed. Though if you know me, this probably is true. I had a cap on. I mean, what's no? She's playing mermaids and things, or whatever, and making noises while I'm taking a shower, which is fine. But you know, you just never know a long time. So she went over there with the only people that I trust with her overnight, and it was so amazing. And she was with her little friend Harper. It was just great. So she was there, and she was there on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. She was with my parents. But I was like contemplating that I should take off again. It's like what do people do when they have kids in school? They take off, or they try to find somebody. But it's a mad dash, and there was a bunch of my Facebook friends that were saying the same stuff. Like, we all know it because we live in Michigan. We know that you're going to have snow and ice storms and things, whatever, and so you're going to have days off school. But it's just like, I know, I feel like as a community in this day and age, the millennials, whatever we are, I feel like we complain a lot. I know I complain a lot, and I'm going to continue because I got a lot to complain about. Just life, just things, whatever. Being a parent is just hard. It's just hard. But I think, what did our forefathers, foremothers, what did they do? And I remember asking my mom, like, I know we have the same struggles on a lot of different levels. Some stuff I'm sure is different. I think it was a lot more stay-at-home moms back in the day. Whatever, I'm not trying to get off into that. But I asked my mom, like, okay, snow days. She was like, y'all didn't have that many snow days. We definitely did not. Because I know we went to school almost all the time. I talked about this in a previous, or more than one previous video. We went to school. The memes where it's like they show the people where we went through all like snow up to here, and now these kids are off when it rains. Like, they're funny memes. It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. Like, if it's gonna be a hard rain, no school. Okay. Which, you know, listen, if works, if employers respected that and like were down with that would be great. When it's a snowstorm, it's going to be icy, it's going to be slick, it's going to be dangerous. I'd love to stay in. I'd love to stay in. Because school's not open and we should all be in and be safe. That'd be great. But that's not how it works. See, the kids still, they're off, but then the parents. So unless you have a partner, single moms, raise your hands, feel my pain. Unless you have a partner, and that partner also, because I also have girlfriends that are married and still their partner, it's not like case that doesn't really help in these kind of situations. Everybody has to work, whose job is more important, whatever. They still have crazy schedules, whatever. Unless you have the partner, at least that's the one thing you might have that helps. Or parents that live near you, in-laws, family, sisters, girlfriends, whatever. Unless you have a village, what the hell do? You just take off, huh? I guess you just have a week off of vacation. That's not a vacation because you're home with your kid. Okay. Anyway, that's what my week was like, and I just spent 9 minutes talking about what my week was like, and it was a decent week, but it was a mad dash of what am I going to do with my kid? Am I taking off the day? Am I what? Like, It was so cold. I didn't mind the coat. I have a very thick coat, not this one, but my abominable snowman coat. Dude, I barely felt anything. It's fine. I have my mittens on. It's fine. Don't be outside too long. That's the key. what am I talking about this week? It's so much. I just read in the news. I don't want to get too down, because who wants to get down? Nobody wants to be depressed. We have Donald Trump as our president. That's enough to have to keep pushing on and get up every day and breathe in oxygen, knowing that is the case. So aside from that, I don't want to get any darker or whatever, but as I was packing up to leave work, I looked, somebody said it was going to be a snowstorm tomorrow. An ice storm. As I'm talking about being off. And if it's ice, I will be off. I'm not driving in ice. I'm not driving in the morning commute and somebody slide off into me, or I slide off into somebody else. We're not playing with ice. No, I don't need a progressive. I don't need a crash. Actually, I love progressive. They're very lovely if you have an accident or whatever. I'm not trying to have a crash. I'm not trying to die or be injured or just have a jacked up car or just have my heart come out of my chest because the car is coming, or I'm not trying to have that. So if it is really a nice storm, I will be home. Yay, sleep in. But as I was packing up, I'm looking up the ice storm stuff because they're talking about it around me, whatever. I'm like, let me look that up. I see a news report of, I think, a little boy in Lansing, or the Lansing area, committed suicide. And I'm like, if I see another child has taken their life for bullying, what? I already know what world we're in. We're in Donald Trump, hateful. There's still a lot of good in this world. There is, because there's a lot of inherently good people. But the hate and the awfulness that was lying dormant in lots of people is on full effect in these days, and it's so scary, and it makes me so angry to think about a child being bullied, being made to feel so awful and so empty and so lost and lonely and defeated that they would take their own life. Suicide has gotten, these are not the stories we heard about. This is not the happenings back in the day. There were no children committing suicide, and now this is it's not commonplace. I won't be that dramatic, but it's far too common. One child taking their life is too much. I just can't. And then I saw a couple comments well, what did the mother don't start let's not talk about the you don't know any of the facts of you don't know anything that happened. All we know is that a child was bullied and he took his own life. This bullying mentality, these kids that are raised by monsters that are, or just whatever. I tell you, I'm about to homeschool. I tell you, I'm getting ready to get in my car, drive to where's a far off place, North Carolina. Where's a place that's not racist these days, and live on a farm. Gross. I would kill myself. Okay, that's not funny. I should not have made that dark joke, which I do that kind of dark thing behind talking about it. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. But I would not be a happy person if I lived on a farm. I am a city girl. But I feel like I need to get in my car and drive off to a plantation, a reservation. Words mean things. A reservation and live off the earth, which would just be the most awful thing. With my child. That's just it. Because I promise, what's happening these days, can't take it. It's too much. It's too much. It's madness. Why do I see brake lights? I hate brake lights. I don't like to see them when I'm driving really fast. The brake lights. And if I can see his, you can see mine. Slow your roll, Jennifer. Yeah, I don't know. That was not my topic. Off on tangents. So you know what my topic is, or not a topic. My red alert, my thing today. That was just been on my mind because I'm listening to a lot of podcasts. I'm venturing out into other podcasts. I have been desperately trying to find other Black mom podcasts, and when I tell you you that search is, which is why I started this one, or this vlog. But the podcast world, like when I tell you, empty. Type up Black Mom Podcast. Woo. It's a very, very dry search. I mean, there are some. Imagine. You could type up Black Mom blogs. You'll see maybe 10 out of 5 million. But podcasts? No. Nope. I found one, Dim Black Mamas. They were very cool. They were very educated and smart and funny. But they talked about their kids this much. And they talked about very intelligent things, which I am no longer intelligent. I shouldn't say that, knock on wood. It just didn't grab me. It was just like, I want to like them because they seem very likable and great and cool, but not my type of people. I am a hot mess mom, which is getting me to my point today. They're all together and the kids go to bed at the right time and they're cultured and thing. Yeah, that's not me. I'm late to school. I'm late to work. I'm late in life. I forget bedding sometimes and things, whatever. Yeah, I can't see. I need relatable. Beggars can't be choosers, but I shouldn't have to beg for like-minded. Okay, so then there was another one. It was like a teenage kid who was doing a podcast about being a young black mom, and was like, okay, I can't relate to you at all. She was like walking on the streets of New York talking, and there was background noise. Like, what's happening? She only did like 5 episodes. Power to you. Hope you're doing well. Did I find one more? I think I found one more, and I was listening. I was like, no, I did not. In my quest, up popped a million other Caucasian persuasion podcasts, and I've been listening to some other ones, and as long as it's a decent sound, as long as it doesn't sound like, hi, so I'm Erica, like, no, what? I say all that to say, I found a couple. I'm really not looking at the video today because I'm really trying to drive. Is it weird that I'm like not making any eye contact? It's fine. What was the so I found one today. No, I've been listening to different ones, whatever. I found one. So black mom and a white mom. And when I tell you that they don't go by that, they call themselves, they're not even on anymore, which made me so sad because they only had like 12 episodes, and I was dying because they were funny and relatable. A little over the top because it was straight up like, they called themselves Bad Mom Podcast, which is so much more relatable to me. I mean, of course, again, they were a little bit over the top. It was like, we never bathe our children. Okay, I know you do bathe them at some point. But they were so funny, and they just relatable to me. But they were talking about being like, one of them is like a for real hot mess mom. The other one, she's a little bit more together. But this one was like hot mess, and I was like, oh my God, everything she was talking about. I'm like, right, yeah, yeah. What do you give them in the morning for breakfast? Oh, you throw a bag of cereal at them in the back. Yep, yep. Check off, check. It was just check off of all the things. Ooh, looks like a bad accident over here. Ooh, so sorry. Or maybe not. Whatever. It's the coppers. It's the coppers to PX. Sir, move over. Let's go. They're back there. They're not clocking you. Just go. And I was like, I am not a bad mom. Sometimes. But overall, I'm just a hot mess mom. And I am beginning to be okay with it. As I'm beginning to be okay with who I am. Dana. Late. Tardy. Cool. Off. Weird. Silly. Off. All those things. As I'm, again, just embracing myself. I'm embracing the kind of mom that I am. What y'all doing? Y'all look suspicious. There's people out of their car. Why y'all? Okay. Mind your business, Dana. I am a hot mess. And, you know, I was trying to decide, is there anything wrong with that? There's a lot of ways I'd like to be better. But I am, if you want to categorize, I would fall into the hot mess department. If you like had these categories of like this really together mom, or the organic mom, or the whatever tree hugger type mom. I mean, there's a lot of categories. There's probably subcategories of things, whatever. But like the all together, I mean, I think all moms are messes to a certain degree, because we're all just trying to keep these people alive and do the best we can. For the most part, all moms are just trying to do the best they can. I think, okay, so, but under that category, I think there are, there's a lot of moms that, like, I have a couple girlfriends that, yes, they balls drop and they don't do everything right, because we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But for the most part, they're winning at the things. Like, they don't forget the things. They're not late to the things very often. Nothing kind of falls through the cracks very often. They're on top of things most of the time. They don't miss play dates. They're just on it. I have one girlfriend, would never name her name, even though she doesn't listen to this. Feel confident. She's just on it. She's just on it. Now, she has a partner, and it helps, and we've talked about this, she and I, because I'll like tell her, oh my God, like I get to her house and I'm, frazzled and whatever, and it's like, just get to the house now, take off my shoes, and it's just like whatever. And she's just always very together, and I love her. And so we'll have a conversation where I'm like, girl, I am just this kind of whatever. And she's like, oh, I have my days. She talks like this. I have my days too, of course, whatever. Oh my God, but I have she has her partner. And she's like, that you don't understand. I mean, like, listen to me when I say it makes a world of difference. I have a partner, and it's her husband, but like partner, we are teammates on this, because they have 2 kids. And she's like, it's a madhouse, but it's 2 people actively doing all this stuff. That is the difference in night and day. But she's like, of course, still things are whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she'll tell me a story of something where something was laid or off or whatever. And it's like, even still, those are like small little stories, small little snippets. Whereas I can name 4 days out of 5 that something was like, yeah. Every morning is a shit show. That's for sure. I think that kind of goes across the board for most moms, except for her. She don't have shit shows. I guarantee you that. The pickups, the things. It's just, I'm a hot mess mom. So I fall into the hot mess mom, not the together mom, and that's okay. I'm the crafty mom. I'm the fun mom. I'm the get on the floor, roll around. I know a lot of moms that they're not interested in playing. And I'm not so much interested in playing. You think I want to be Barbie? You think I want to be Tempest or Skipper or Chelsea? Chelsea wasn't around when I was a kid, I don't think. Skipper was. Stacy was. Think I want to be Chelsea? Hell no, I don't want to be Chelsea. I hate holding that doll and whatever. Calico Critters. She does. Oh my God, Carrington loves Calico Critters, and we have the house and everything. And she wants to. Belle is trying, and then she does stuff that actually irritates me. I don't tell her this, but stuff that like the Calico Critter house is this big, but then she'll use the Calico Critter people, but then she'll get wild and crazy, and then she'll bring a giraffe that's this big over to the house that's this big, and it irritates my soul. Like, the giraffe doesn't belong with the Calico Critters. One doesn't go with the other. Like, what are you doing? Then she'll bring over a fluffy stuffed cat and try to break through the door of the Calico Critter house. The door is this big, and her fluffy is it. What are you doing? These things don't go together. But she's using her imagination, and it makes sense to her. Where I'm setting up the house every time we're playing, I'm making it all nice and doing the rooms and the kitchen and whatever and the bathroom, because it has all the little pieces. Have you ever seen a Calico Critter house? Good Jesus, it's got all these little parts, and she actually does really good with putting them up. But whatever, I'm setting up the house every time, and she's just like, Belle, get up and go get the dog outside, and the zebra's coming in the front door, and it's like, fuck is that? No, this is not how it goes. And I have to use everything in me to let her just explore and be whatever. I don't want to do that, but I do. I sit on the floor and I play. Yeah, and I know a lot of moms, a lot of girlfriends that they don't do that. They're like, I had you to be a kid and go off, play. Or they have a sibling, it's like, go play. I'm not playing with you. I know I'm winning in a lot of different ways, but for the most part, the category I fall into, hot mess. And I'm learning day by day to be okay with that. I don't know This was not my journey mission today. I don't know what I was. And even when I prep and think about, not a prepper, but I think about, okay, I'm going to really like focus in and talk about this because this is what's been going on in my head all week. I hit play, and that rarely happens. I get off on a tangent. I start talking about the Sudan. I don't talk about the Sudan because that's intelligent talk, and I don't have intelligent talk. I have marshmallow talk. I have this lady at work asked me today, and she was like, "What time do you go to bed?" I was like, "Girl." Well, I didn't say girl because she's older. I would never disrespect her. I was like, "Whoo, sister friend." I didn't say that either. I said, "Whoo." That's what I said. Like, last night was 1:30. It's sad. It's ridiculous. You wonder why I'm drinking Red Bull and coffee to stay awake. Okay, I'm not mixing those things, but yeah, I'm tired. And every night I say go to bed sooner, but all I have of all the day for my own self, my own time, is when Carrington goes to bed. And so I push that to the limit every night. And she is unmarried and she doesn't have any kids. She's an older woman. And she's like, "Girl, and I'm so happy I just have me. I mean, I would love to be married, but just have me. I go to bed at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at the latest." I'm like, damn, I'm speaking French. What are you saying? Anyway, she spoke a whole other language. It was crazy. Anyway, oh, that wasn't the point. She asked me something today. See, I got off on something. I was saying that I usually think about something that's been going on for the week, and that's what I'm going to focus on. But then I get off on these tangents and stuff. Something about sleep. I don't know what the lady asked me at work. Now I've gotten off onto a different thing. That's fine. Was it about sleep? Was I going to say that she was asking me what time I go to sleep? Oh! I know. Fluff head. It's talking about being a marshmallow head. Right. She asked me why I stay up so late. She was like, up to 1:30 doing what? Reading? Reading? I haven't read a book since Carrington was like 6 months and I had nap time, and I would actually try to still read and be intelligent. It's only because I was laying in the room next to her. I was laying in the room with her, and so I couldn't turn on the TV, and so I read. And I was still trying to like maintain that I was intelligent. I've since let that go. I'd love to get back to reading, but when I have this small amount of time, because all I have is 2 hours, if that, and that's only because I'm staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning, of my alone time, yeah, I'm filling that with nonsensical TV. I'm filling that with TV, not a novel, because as soon as I start reading, I fall asleep. Because I'm actually tired, but the TV will keep me awake, and I'm trying to optimize the time that I have to myself. So yeah, I watch TV, and she was like, "Oh, I rarely watch TV." Go fuck yourself. I didn't say that because she's a sweet older lady. I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." So like, do you have a TV though, right? You own one? It's like, yeah, I just sometimes it's in the background, but yeah, I don't really watch a lot of TV. It's just I don't relate to you, but I really don't relate to you. We're not the same age. We don't have anything in common. Whatever. We go get our water together, but that's about it. And she is sweet, but you don't watch TV. I don't know. I have a girlfriend who rarely watches TV, and it's like the weirdest. To each his own. Everybody's different and whatever. And I don't want to be friends with you because we're, exact replicas of each other. We should all be different. It's great. But you don't watch TV. I can't. Doesn't compute. Can't relate. Spit it out. What are you talking about? TV is life. As is coffee. It's life juice. She asked me about that. Because we went, okay, it's the last thing I'm going to say. It's about 29 minutes. We went downstairs to get our water. Just say we get our water, our ice together. She had her coffee mug, and I was like, "You getting coffee today?" She was like, "I know you're not getting, you must be getting tea." I was like, "No, I'm getting cocoa." Okay. Okay, I think my face did that. Because I don't have a poker face. It shows my face like, what? I was like, well, I don't know why you have a coffee mug. Why? She was like, yeah, I don't drink coffee. But I know. She was like, you love coffee. I said, I love cream and sugar. It's more like a I like the shot of espresso. I don't really like the taste of coffee. I like the smell of coffee. The taste of coffee is not what gets me. It's the rush, the pungent. Yeah, I need espresso. I need shots of espresso because I'm tired all the time, and I have a kid, and I need but I do lots of cream and lots of sugar. So I really like a little coffee with my cream is what I like. But I was just, she was just like, are you TV watching coffee drinker? Watch it. You crossing off into a place. She didn't mean anything by it. She's sweet. But it was like, right, you drink cocoa. And I'm mashing the espresso and Ripple separately. And I'm watching the TV. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, that's all I got today. I feel better about this one. Still not all the way on point. I don't know. Whatever. We'll get back into a groove. I hope more than 3 people watched this video. It wound up being 7, but I feel like it was probably like 3 probably watched it to the end. The other 4, I can count 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 4. I feel like they watched it for a couple minutes. Like, oh yeah, no, it just was sad. Like, comment, share. I wish more people would share it. I'm trying to build a following, people. I know it takes a while, but I want it to be where when another brown mom, another brown person Googles, I need to have another brown perspective on parenting, motherhood, whatever. And I want to come up. I actually do, which is kind of great. But like, I want more people. Like, this is comment, share, like, share. Maybe one day. Oh my God, this car is keeping everybody back. You jackass. You jackal. Rotten hell. I dream of a day when other people Google, even whites, Mexicans, blacks, whatever, Chinese, Asians, Google. Why would an Asian Google brown mom, or black mom podcast? Why would they Google that? And as many non-brown popped up as many brown. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be a wonderful world? Yeah, one day. All right, that's all I got. Am I gonna make it 5:30? Whew. Time is a ticking. All right, adios.